Good morning. It's Monday, July 10th, and that means two things. Time is the fire in which we all burn, and it's time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by Keystone Tech and their XFit traditional slim wall pack. Traditional in that it is roughly the same look, the exact same height and width, but the depth is about half. So you save a little space on the front, but you don't end up with any scar tissue on your walls. And even though it's slim, it still puts out the lumens, 17,000 of them. Also, driver's really easy to access from the outside, so that makes maintenance great. Upgrade your legacy fixtures, install somewhere new, and just save yourself a headache. Either way, that's KeystoneTech.com. Light made easy. Link is in the description, if you please. Into the news. Nailed Their board has formed the Lighting and Darkness Foundation. This is a new nonprofit extending the reach of Restoring Darkness, the web show, by combating light pollution, promoting conservation through conversation with people that need to know things. Regulators, manufacturers, me, I don't know. Anyway, MCOR has bought ECM. The construction group has bought the efficiency specialists. No terms announced. The DLC is seeking feedback on QPLs. There's a survey up, as well as a pair of online town hall meetings that will allow the public to comment on these programs. China is restricting exports of gallium and germanium in the near future, starting August 1st. This is a key material in the manufacture of semiconductors and solar panels. Energy Focus has announced a $1.3 million investment as well as new board members. Cash infusion is mostly from Sander Electronics. We've got 4 new board members on the company. 5 states are targeting large building energy use: Oregon, Colorado, Maryland, Washington, and the District of Columbia. That's right, both Washingtons. They've teamed up to fight building performance issues. Keep that in mind. Canada's offices are the emptiest they have ever been, or they've been since 1994. How are your retrofit programs going? Probably not great because there's a port strike in BC that's probably slowing down your tubes. Also, U.S. postage will now be priced at 66 cents for a letter. E-billing remains the same price. Just pointing that out. Richelieu is issuing a dividend of 15 cents per share. SGH is reporting on Q3. Their sales down 17%. Acuity sales down 5%, but the rest of the year looks stable. Sonepar is funding the NAED education program to the tune of just over $500,000. This is new funding for training programs at the NAED. Sonepar still spending money on training, but this time through the United States Army Partnership for Your Success, which helps veterans transition into civilian careers. Upton Studios owner publishes a novel. Upton Studios restores old lamps. Diane Hagen wrote got into fiction. I just put that here because I felt like it. The IAA has issued a statement in support of House Bill 5291, Democracy and Design Act. This bill would overturn the Promoting Beautiful Federal Civic Architecture executive order that had been in place since 2017. Anyway, the order was demanding a really specific category of neoclassical style, and the architects would really like to be more flexible than that. In rep agency news, Elmer Reyes will rep Satco in Ontario, and the ELA is expanding their work in New Jersey. In legal briefs, Vermont school districts, 90 of them, are suing Bayer over PCBs. This is all sorts of hazardous electrical equipment in question. In events and webinars, I Belong Here is scheduling a talent retention event on the 17th of July. That's a week from today. ArcLight has announced their full programming, all 25 seminars and events announced for the September conference. The DLC has announced a Control Summit in Detroit in September. In IoT news, Unibiz has partnered with Soracom on they can now go global with that. The EU has signed a data act unifying regulation on who can collect data and when. EchoStar has signed 7 IoT contracts for real-time satellite connectivity in the EU. Kavli Wireless, a new startup, has raised $10 million, mostly from Chirite and Qualcomm. The PNNL has issued a document supporting the US DOE's grid modernization. This is a proposed methodology for making a connected grid in the US. onsemi has launched an end-to-end positioning system with better asset tracking coming down the future. In market predictions, 7% growth in the market for tiki torches. Because we're concerned about mosquitoes, right? Right? We've got $10 billion for vertical farming, agricultural lighting related, growing by 12%, 7% gains in efficient lighting, $15 billion for IoT sensors, $86 billion for resilient technologies, 6% growth in retrofit systems, and $49 billion in smart lighting. In R&D, we have zinc sulfide improving silver nanofilms. This is a study from Korea, but this is a flexible semiconductor lighting that is getting a boost. Washington students have built a better LiDAR because it doesn't have moving parts. If you get more sun during the day, you'll sleep better at night. That's a new finding. Violet filter lenses improve energy in older adults' brains. Consider that. And a company called Bulb has developed a UVB LED, much more efficient than mercury bulbs, and it still triggers the vitamin D production in people. Ain't that nifty? In darkness news, brain health experts call for more sleep hygiene awareness in the public sector. Firefly populations are falling. Sleep disturbances do lead to prostate cancer. Health disparity considerations should lead street lighting conversations in the future. Sea turtle season has begun in Key West, Florida, and Columbia, Pennsylvania Bridge is going dark for mayflies, because they also fly in July, I guess. In horticultural news, we found that dysprosium lamps, so that particular phosphor alloy, produces a good spectra for plant growth. And we've determined the optimal amount of light in hydroponics for more nutritious iceberg lettuce. Low bar, guys. Low bar. In recommended reading, we have the ILTS on light pollution. We have this guy buying 200 incandescent bulbs. How you can help with light pollutions. The magazine Healthing Aging is covering a Lighting Health and Research Center piece on anti-fall lighting in senior bedrooms. We have new office lighting paradigms. We have, will AI make manufacturing more efficient? We have the benefits of IoT monitoring and a case study from an Oregon coast aquarium. In local news, Winnipeg, Manitoba will be spending $10 million on security, including lighting, in the downtown core. Oak Hill, Minnesota will be reducing street lighting charges. We have new residential rebates in Hawaii. Vegas shows off the Sphere, the biggest LED screen. It's also a sphere. We have new lighting for cross-country ski trails in Kenora, Ontario. California will be spending $2 billion on infrastructure in the near futures. Fort Myers, Florida is adopting solar hybrid street lighting. In the international news, we have an Indian startup offering wind-solar hybrid streetlights, and Congo is going solar. In people news, Rainier Arl is joining Osram as CFO. Dave Palmer is leaving Elk Home for Skykes, now that he's president there. The CEO of Omnicable will retire. Nicholas Champion has joined the SGM as the managing director for North America. Leviton has picked Shell Martin to lead their expansion team. Business expansion unit, not like a recently added baseball team. Carrie Meadows is now the EIC at Let's Magazine. They didn't even ask me. I'm hurt. And in things you can do, we have one LED dying and taking a whole keyboard with it, a robotic infinity mirror, and two Zigbee lamps. I've been Scott Wachter. This has been The News. Thank you to Nailed. Thank you to Keystone. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your week, and enjoy this music.
I don't wanna be alone right now. God, I wish it was a little bit later. Think I'd rather be asleep right now. Dreaming about some mistake I made. Tell me why I'm moving so fast.